Hey, what's up guys, it's NashCrafter and welcome to my channel for a brand new series. Today we are starting a mod pack called Forever Stranded. I found this on the Twitch launcher and I've seen a couple of videos on this mod pack and it seems very interesting. It seems like something I've never really done on my channel. It seems like a mod pack that's a lot different than other mod packs that I've played in the past. So this one really stuck out to me and I really wanted to jump in and start playing it today. So this is a 1.10.2 hardcore questing mod pack. So everything I like in a mod pack all smushed together. It should be a lot of fun and I'm very excited. And I will tell you what guys, this mod pack has very intense mobs in it. Hostile mobs are crazy, but I think that's what's gonna make it fun. So without further ado, let's just hop right in and get started. So I'm just gonna create a world here, call it LP for Let's Play, and let's hop right in. And here we are guys, so we're loading in the world and everything's looking good. So the way this starts out is we crash landed on a planet that is just full of sand and it's just basically a huge desert with a bunch of cactus and we have to survive. So we have to figure out ways to come up with machinery and food and things like that. So this is our ship. This is our little tour of our ship here. This is what it looks like. It's very nice. I really love the design. Whoever designed this, they did a fantastic job. But what we want to do is we want to go back here to start us out. There's a little hidden copper chest in the back and this has everything we need to start. So we'll grab out the oak sapling and the bone meal and all 3 of these water bottles. Now these are going to come in handy because as you can see right here where my mouse is, there is a little orb there and that orb is our body temperature. So we got to watch that and make sure that we don't overheat or underheat or freeze, however you want to say it. So we got to make sure we keep an eye on that as well as our hydration here. That's another bar that got added and we got to make sure we don't dehydrate ourselves and we don't starve. So that's going to be a big thing. I also do have a quest updated so you guys can see right there on the screen it says quest updated. So we want to open our quest book and I love questing mod packs. They're my favorite. So we're going to start in basic survival and we've got all of this complete. So you can see it turns green here once it's complete and this is all of the loot we get. What we want to do is I would like to open this loot chest first just because it could be kind of fun. A stick and some cobwebs. Not good. Yeah, not good. That's not really the best, but I mean, it's okay. It is what it is. So we'll just make it work, I guess. So next thing we want to do is we want to head out into our open world. And I just want to mention before we get started, don't mind the sky. I am playing in a shader pack and this mod pack has this kind of like weird... It has this weird custom weather mod added and with the shaders it makes the clouds look really funny, but I found out that by the second day it usually goes away and it looks normal. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal. After a while it should just go away and we won't even notice it. So yes, that does look a little bit funny right now, but I promise it will, you know, it'll be better by the next episode. So next thing I want to do is I want to break down a few trees. This is going to be pretty important and I think we should make a crafting table right off the bat. So we've got a crafting table. I'm going to go straight into a Tinker's Construct crafting station. These are really nice. So I'll place that down there and I want to make myself a crook as well. So this is part of Ex Nihilo, I believe is what it's called. So we want to grab one of these and this is going to improve our chances of getting saplings as well as these things called silkworms. And silkworms are really cool because they can get us string and string is how we're going to make a bed and a bed is going to be pretty important. So we're going to want to get that right off the bat here if we can, but no rush. We're just going to kind of cruise through this pack and see how it goes. Also, one thing I really want to do before we keep going with the trees is I would like to get myself a bunch of cactus. I want to start a cactus farm because I'm kind of debating on what I want to do for the surrounding area here and I don't know if I want to build a wall. All of the suggestions that I read online of kind of like how to play this pack and how to start this pack said to automatically build a wall because the mobs get pretty crazy in this pack, but I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. I'm very indecisive about it, but I think it'll kind of come to me. But what I was thinking is maybe we could build a cactus wall because, you know, the cactus are spiky and any mob that runs into the cactus, they'll take damage. So that's kind of my best bet. That's what I was thinking. But I'm going to collect a lot more cactus. I'll come back with you guys once I've got a bunch of wood and a bunch of cactus or before the nighttime falls because it's going to come pretty quick. But yeah, I'll be right back with you guys in just a second. Also, really quick, I did want to mention that the shader pack as well as the download to the Twitch launcher are going to be linked down in the description so that you guys can get the shader pack for yourself. I promise it does work with these crazy clouds. They will go away, and you guys will see that here soon. Towards the end of this episode, or maybe the next episode, you guys will see. It does work. It just, for some reason, it kind of gets these weird clouds sometimes. But I will link those down below so that you can find this mod pack and play it for yourself. And also, if you want to play in this shader pack, which is my favorite shader pack, it's Chocopic 13. It's the best. I will link that down below too. Now, this is really cool. So I got 2 silkworms already, and I did load up on the cactus, so that's good. I made myself a little tiny cactus farm over here. Nothing too crazy, but I do think I want to go around the perimeter of the ship with cactus, at least to kind of give us a little bit of protection. That way we can work outside while it's nighttime. But I do have a little bit more work to do. I want to make tools, so I'm kind of setting myself up right now in order to make ourselves some cactus tools. They're going to come in handy, especially for the first night beating all of the mobs. We're definitely going to need a sword. Nighttime is approaching, so we want to head on inside. I think we're going to spend our first night in the ship, which, trust me, I think it's going to be a really good idea because it gets so brutal with all of the mobs coming and chasing after us. You guys will see here in just a second once they start to come. But I do want to set up the inside of this just a little bit, so I think I'll put my crafting station over by the door here, maybe something like that. And we really need to be careful because there is a pressure plate right here, and if we accidentally trip that pressure plate, we can let zombies in, so we have to be very careful with that. But first thing I want to do is I actually want to do something that might seem a little weird. I would like to make myself some trapdoors. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to punch out some of these glass windows and put a trapdoor over the top. Now this is going to make sense here in just a second. But basically what this is when the zombies come up to the windows, I can open this and just hit them and get all of their mob drops and all of their loot and things like that. So next thing I want to do is I want to look at the quest book. This quest book is going to be our best friend in this series. It's going to help us along the journey. So the next one, it looks like we have killing, which is a bunch of mobs, I believe. Yeah, we have to kill like a ton of mobs, which is going to be a little intense, so we're not going to worry about that one yet. And then we have this one. So this is all of the Tinker's tables, and I personally really like Tinker's as a mod. I think it's cool. So we've already got the crafting station complete. We just got to make all of these, and these are super easy. So first thing, we want to make some blank patterns. So the crafting recipe looks just like this. We'll grab those out. Then we're going to need all 4 of these items. So a piece of oak wood planks, an oak chest, as well as a crafting table. So we're just going to shift click all of these. So we've got the tool station, the pattern chest, the stencil table, and the part builder. So those are all of the Tinker's tables that we're going to need. Now I like to put these in a specific order, so I go stencil table, part builder, pattern chest, or pattern chest, and then tool station. So just like that, and these should be in order so we can click these. So it looks like this is all done. Yeah, and we get 4 blank patterns and 10 oak wood. So I'm going to claim that. And we've got ourselves 4 more blank patterns. Now to make all of the tools that I want, I know that I'm going to need a little bit more of these patterns. These are nice because they basically just make the pattern to make the tools for you. So I just want to pop all of those in our stencil table. We're going to need a shovel head, a pickaxe head, a sword blade, move some of this around a little bit, a axe head, a tool rod, a small binding, so not the large binding but the smaller one, and same with the tool rod, the smaller tool rod, not the thicker tool rod. And then we're also going to need one of these wide guard patterns. So then we can go to our pattern chest and just put all of those in. So if you hold shift and you kind of like swipe to the right, it'll just put all of them in all at one time. It's really cool. It's like this cool like fluid swifting shifty motion. It's awesome. But yeah, so then let's see. Okay, awesome. So they do show up over here, which is good. So then I want to make myself some basic tools. I'm going to make myself a sword, a mattock, a pickaxe, and a shovel. The reason why I got all of this cactus is because we are going to need this for so many things. We're going to need this for my tools, first of all. So what we can do is we can make ourselves a sword blade. I also want to make a wide guard out of the cactus. We're going to need an axe head as well as 2 shovel heads. You guys will see here in just a second. And then 1 pickaxe head. And then for these small bindings, we're going to need 2 of these as well. Next, we're going to need 4 of these tool rods. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And we're good to go. This is everything we're going to need in order to make all of our tools. And we're going to start off with 4 basic tools just to get us started, and then we'll kind of improve them as we go. So we go into the tool station, and this part is super easy. We're going to make the mattock first. So we've got the axe head, the shovel, and then the tool rod, and that makes us a mattock. So this works as, I believe, a shovel, a hoe, and an axe, but I'm just going to use it as an axe and a hoe. Next thing we got to make is a shovel. So we want to put the binding there, and boom. Next is our pickaxe. And then next is the sword. So we'll put in the guard as well as the sword blade, and boom, we've got all of our tools here. So that's pretty much it for starter tools. That is how we're going to do things. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slay some of these mobs, just spend some time while it's nighttime and hit all these guys, get their loot, and then in the morning we'll kind of go outside and we'll see what we can do about building a cactus wall. Okay guys, so I think I got all of the mobs defeated. I hope so, at least. So check out this loot, and we got 2 pieces of iron. Do you guys know what this means? This is good. That means we can make shears. And shears are going to be really cool because we're going to need to get water right off the bat. Water is going to be super important in this pack because you guys can see I have the dehydration thing, and we do have a little water puddle back here, and this can cool us down, which is really nice, but the more water the better. I also have a bunch of mob loot back here, so zombies tend to go towards the back of the ship and the front of the ship, which is really cool. So I got myself 3 pieces of iron, which means I could even make a bucket if I wanted to, which actually might be kind of nice to have. But shears would also be nice to have too, so I'm just kind of like, I don't really know what to do. I think I want to make the shears though, but we'll see, I guess. So I want to cut this down, and one thing that I think would be pretty cool to start on would be, like I said, I kind of thought about building a wall. I guess I should probably think about this just a little bit, get my stuff organized here, and then I'll come back with you guys and we'll sort this out. Holy moly, so I'm out here getting myself some more cactus. This is going to be super important to make that wall if we're going to build it, and I'm a little bit away from the ship, but check that out. Guys, that's a temple. Ooh, I'm so tempted to go over there and check it out, but at the same time, I don't think we're ready yet. I don't think we're ready to go over there, but it's really nice to know that there is a desert temple there because that could have some pretty cool loot in it. So that's getting me very, very excited. Maybe the next episode or the episode after, we'll go there, we'll explore it and do all of that cool stuff. But I really do want to focus on getting this wall together. I know it sounds kind of weird to say, but there is going to be a huge line of green cactus going around our spaceship. The way I want to do this is I think if I just come out, it doesn't need to be like too big of an area, so maybe something like this, and we just zigzag these back and forth. This will create a kind of a wall for us, and it should block off against any mobs. Now I don't know if this is like the most perfect way to do this, but I think it is going to be at least a little bit effective. So, you know, I'm optimistic. I hope it works. If it doesn't, we can always change it and do something else. But I think for the first couple of days, it should definitely work. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get to work and finish this off. And then I'll be right back with you guys once I've got this whole perimeter surrounded. So guys, I'm very, 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 very close to dying. It's actually kind of frightening. So I made myself these drying racks. The crafting recipe is super easy. It looks just like this. You just need oak wood slabs and it makes you drying racks. I put the rotten flesh on there and I got monster jerky. So this will give me a little bit more saturation, which is awesome. And my computer screen actually just changed colors because I'm overheating, which is so bad. This is so bad. I don't really know what to do. Oh, I think I saw a life hack on something. I think it might have been the Reddit, but if I stand in this, it should cool me off. So even though it's lava, which doesn't make any sense, because it's chisels and bits, it for some reason does help to cool you off a bit. So you can see that little arrow is pointing down, meaning it's cooling me down. So that's good. So there we go. Now there are a lot of mobs outside, so I do need to continue and finish out our walls, which is something I wanted to work on, but I did almost die with the food situation, so I kind of have been struggling just a little bit here, which is expected because this mod pack is hardcore, so I would expect nothing less. But the cool thing is, I think if I get all of these zombies gone, then I can just head out and work on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the wall and get all these mobs to go away, and then I've got one more thing planned for the end of the episode. Hopefully we can get to that, which I think we should be able to, because the wall shouldn't take too long. It's just these mobs that keep coming that are kind of distracting. But yeah, I'm gonna get that finished. I'll be right back with you guys and we will get this thing done. So I'm back, guys, and I have been doing some work. It's been like almost 2 days in the game, and I have just like been on the brink of dying. I haven't died yet, which is a total accomplishment because this is a hardcore mod pack, so I'm actually really surprised that I haven't died yet. Did it so it goes all the way around, and zombies and husks have been getting killed on it, which is really good. Now for this backside, this has been a little bit weird because there's all these different kind of varied heights in the sand, and I was thinking I can't really do that with cactus, so I just put up a sand wall, which does the same thing. It works just as good. But yeah, this cactus wall goes pretty much all the way around and it meets up with the sand wall. So the last thing I wanted to do to finish out this episode was I wanted to finish one more quest, and this is one that I think is going to be really, really nice, and it's going to help us a lot. So we're going to open up our questing book, and this is the one I want to work on. So we need to make a wooden crook, which I got done, a wooden hammer, and an oak sieve. So these two I remember from playing Sky Factory, and these are pretty awesome. These can get you all kinds of ores and things like that. So wooden hammer I think we should probably try to make first. So this is the crafting recipe, so if we just click like that, interesting. Okay, so there must be a competing item that kind of has the same recipe, so I think what we can do is maybe this one. Oh, I need 2 more pieces of wood. That is okay, we can do that. So just like that, there we go. Awesome. I did not mean to shift click all of my stuff in there. I don't want to make 3. We just need the 1, so that should be checked off. Next thing we need to make is the oak sieve, and that looks just like this. So again, another really easy recipe. Oh goodness, I have no idea where to put any of this. We'll put the sieve like right here. It might seem weird, but I just kind of want it in the center because I know these things can tend to fling items everywhere, so that's kind of what I want to do. So let's see. We got all of those complete, but we do have another page here, so we need to get 40 dust, which I think is going to be pretty easy. And if I remember correctly, if you pound sand with a hammer, you will get yourself dust. So that is what we're going to do, and I'm actually just going to break this down and come on through. And let's not get attacked by this husk. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Did he give us sugar? Nice. I think we actually might be able to make some sort of food with that. And I will grab all of this rotten flesh that I can. So I'm going to go off in this direction where this is already kind of dug out. You can see our wall here. I'm just going to get 40 pieces of dust, so this should be pretty easy, and I'll come back with you guys and we'll finish this out. And I just got the quest complete, so we got 40 dust, which is awesome. So this is going to give us 5 bone meal and 1 coarse dirt, so I'm going to claim that, and that opens up a couple more. So we've got other options. We need 5 silkworms, which I actually think I have like, I might have 5 or 4 of those, so I'm gonna go look really quick. And it does leave blood splatters whenever you get damaged, which is kind of crazy, and I really don't want to die, so we're gonna try to stay as low-key as we can for right now because I'm really, really close to dying. And then we got to put this one back too. I also wouldn't mind getting myself a really, really tall tree so that I can infest it with silkworms. So what I'm gonna do is plant tree there. we'll head on inside and see how many silkworms I have. So I have 4, which means I need 1 more, which is going to be super easy to do. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. And then we'll finish out the episode. I really want to infest a tree with silkworms before we finish out this episode. So that's kind of my goal, and I think we can do that. So I got to do a little bit more work. I'm just going to get myself that last silkworm, and then we're good to go. And there we go. We've got the last silkworm. So let's grab our other ones right there. And that should mark that quest off. Yeah, so this is complete, but we do have another page. So we need cooked silkworms, and we're not going to be able to do this until we get ourselves a furnace, and that's going to come definitely in the next episode. We're not going to do that in today's episode. I do want to infest these leaves. If I could actually get 1 more silkworm, that would be really, really cool from this tree. So help a sister out, come on. Please give me another silkworm. There we go. So I have 6 now, so that's good. So I just want to take down all of this wood. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to grow up 2 more trees, and we will put 1 silkworm, and I'll let it infest in between episodes, and that should be pretty good. Aw, that's so lame. That's like the smallest tree ever, but that's okay. We'll let it happen. We'll get more silkworms where that comes from. So I'm going to keep the 5 just so we can complete that cooked silkworms quest, just to kind of keep our eye on the future here, but I'm going to leave these in here so they're safe and sound. But with that being said, that is going to have to end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been so much fun. I think I'm actually going to record the next episode directly after this first episode, because I'm just having so much fun with it, and I want to have episodes out for you guys because I think this is going to be a really fun series. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a very beautiful, wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.